Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey,
Nah, man, as I said on the messages, I have been a fan for a long time, so I do appreciate you coming on the podcast.
Thank you. It's an honor you having me a part of this.
And we're doing Top Shelf Premium together in what, like 2 weeks or some shit?
Yeah, that joint gonna be here before you know it.
Man, I'm excited for that. Were you there last year?
Yeah, I was there last year.
Last year was wild. Like,
That was
so
wild.
last year I was like, I don't know, like nervous to talk to people there. It was like a very different experience. Like now being on it, I'm like, God damn, it's wild all that could happen.
Yeah, it's like you bossed up for real.
Well, I was, dude, I was looking back and I listened to most of your drop, like all your drops when they come. I didn't realize how much music you had already put out this year.
Yeah. I kind of move like
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
getting my
I come
yeah
to them the same way. I just like to work, like put out as much as I can, like get to that 10,000 hours first.
yeah pretty much.
What
It's
is it, four
definitely
projects?
that is about 4. Yeah, the
Damn.
yeah. What's that? The whole doggone man. Yeah, like 4.
You have any of the mushroom tea that was at supply and demand last year?
Oh, in the bottle. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he gave like 2, 3 of them joints.
You take it?
Yeah.
I didn't, because you said you smoked in moderation. I didn't know if you fucked with like mushrooms like that.
Yeah, I do psychedelics from here and there to get my refresh button or get a better understanding or releasing things that
Yeah.
I can't quite understand sober until I do that. So I do that kind of every now and then when I feel it's time. You know,
You microdose or you take like a large amount?
when I first started doing psychedelics, I was like, I'll always be like Daredevil type of dude. So I'll take the whole entire thing and just blast off. But then after a few times, and I was like, people was like, you should try out microdosing and see how it is. It's like I always work like microdosing, I always navigate microdosing. I'm just like, what? I'm take the whole. I'm going on an adventure usually. So
Yeah.
then I started microdosing, and I started to like that more now. I guess because I got some experience under my belt with the psychedelics. So it's like you never know how strong it is. So sometimes microdosing will be smarter anyway because it'd be so strong. You might mess around, take a whole thing, and you lunching out for like a long period because you got to ride it out too. You know
Bro,
that
that
high
happened
is
to me
long.
like a couple weeks ago. I fucked up. I thought I was microdosing. I took so much that I was like, I just go for a run right now. That's the only thing I could do. And then I just ate shit running. Like I went for a full ate shit running, tripping, and I just fucked up my arm. Like it was all bleeding and
Uh,
shit.
it's like a no. Everybody body different too. It's not a good look because
Do
you
you
don't know if
write?
it's
Do you write when you're
visual.
tripping?
Um, Sometimes we did a whole splash band with Nakavino, the Splash Bandicoot. That was the whole project. We was, you know.
Yeah, that was what was that? Was that more? That was more acid though, right?
Yeah.
I
I
don't really
ain't do
fuck with
no.
that like that. I'm more of a mushroom guy myself.
I did shrooms towards the ending of the project, but I mean, I'm more of a mushroom guy now because I didn't know.
Yeah.
Same thing with the food. You like changing the whole diet up. But yeah,
That's some real shit. Like you are what you're putting in your body with food and everything. Like
yeah.
you're on the road all the time traveling, like you eat like shit, and you realize, damn, this is like stopping my productivity level.
Oh yeah, definitely. You could feel it. Yeah, and then we don't even be aware of half of that stuff. Being all
Nah.
sluggish and all that type of stuff from foods, trying to break down itself inside your body, and that take energy within itself because the organs inside your body, it take energy for it to break the food down. That's why they say it ain't really good to eat before you go to sleep, especially like meats and stuff, because it's like, okay, you tired and your body need rest. Rest is one of the most important things too. People be talking about don't no sleep work. It's like, no, you want to get proper sleep because you look older than your age fast and all them things, just like you drink liquor or something if you don't get proper rest. Like you just not gonna be moving, you know what I'm saying? So if you
Yeah.
if you eat a bunch of food and go to sleep, wake up, that's energy just sitting. And when you see people with guts from beer, different little things, whether they diet, that's because the energy food is energy. So it's like then you got to eat the foods that kind of just flush right through you, and that's stuff that grow from the earth, fruits, veggies, and water. So when it keeps stuff, energy don't die. If we both die today, our energy still gonna be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, because the thing they taught you in school was always like matter can't be created or destroyed. And then
Right,
when
right.
when motherfuckers are then like, yeah, you're just dying, you're over. It's like, well, which one is it? Like science says one thing,
Right.
like like your
Right.
energy
Like
has
this
to
is
be
dead,
somewhere. Yeah.
but how we talking to each other, whatever energy that is, the soul joint that's inside this, yeah,
Yeah.
that ain't gonna die.
That's crazy that you say that. That's my biggest
Mhm.
problem is like eating right before I go to bed. Cause like I'll get home late from like a show or something, and then I'll just
Mhm.
like eat like shit because it's the only thing available. And then like I'll just wake up like today, I told you I smoked an ounce of weed joint and I took 1,000 milligrams last night. I woke up, I was like, bro, I look like I'm 35 right now. Like my eyes were fucking sunken
Right,
in.
you look
Like,
all dehydrated.
yeah, that's why I had to drink my water. My tongue was hurting and shit. I was
Yeah.
like, God
Oh
damn.
man.
I feel like that's a real thing though, like about creating. Like it makes sense then why your output of music is wild because you're taking care of yourself. You can. It's not like
Yeah.
it's like, oh fuck, I gotta put in work right now.
Right. And I do take, don't get me wrong, I do take breaks, like, because that's important too. Like people say burnout of stuff. Many things could burn out, like relationships, trying to stay on top of everything, never taking time to, process things and moving. We in a fast paced time anyway, but like I take breaks as well because I catch myself like, all right, now I was like, let me just chill, like. But in the end, it's all feeling, like you say, like you're not gonna do nothing unless the feel is there. So
Yeah.
yeah, but burnouts happen too.
Well,
But
that's the you were saying I'm not gonna give out locations or anything, but you said you moved from like a more rural area to like a place where you were closer to cities and stuff. And I do feel like that's the one good thing about being in nature.
mhm.
Like I live basically in the middle. Like I live near Fitchburg, Massachusetts. So that's a city, small city, but I live basically in the woods. So I like the peace. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it grown on to me. I agree. Like, even changed my mind on creative process with not just art, like life, everything, living out, moving away from the city. Because now it's like, is city is like, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
nonstop. So, and it's sounds and cars and horns and people, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like you soak that in if you want to enlighten that in the time and in that time that you need that. But like I noticed with the getting away from all of that, also taught me like that's what really taught me how to take breaks now and let stuff like what I'm saying? I come back and have more stuff to say if I kind of sit and analyze, what I'm saying, for a little second and then like sitting by grass, water and all that type of shit. Like you sit and you kind of like breaking everything down with yourself and outside of yourself with, you know, life and everything that's going on. You reflecting is it take away stress, anxiety, all that, and it's all these different little spiritual tactics. One of the things in the list of spiritual, you know, whether you meditate or practice whatever you do to, you know, increase that, you know, that energy up, um, is nature. Like take your socks off, put your feet on the grass, like sit, like look at the water, like this land been here hundreds of years longer than us, so you get ancestral energies, different type of energies on these, you know, on the field, on the water, all these places, because it was a lot of things that was here before us. So you soaking all that up, because all of
Yeah.
that it took to create you, because you using this stuff to keep yourself going. So everything like we don't need, you know, when we were younger, we didn't really like understand it, but now at this age, it seemed like, okay, this why, because you gotta think, even a fighter or an athlete, they do like if you injure yourself or something, a part of the rehab, they might do some reps in the water. You know what I'm saying? Or to
Yeah.
increase their agility or something, swinging in, and then they get out the water. Now they can swing them Jones even. You know what I'm saying? More speed and you know.
Well,
But,
that's like I took like 2 years of my life to practice meditation, and I still like I meditated this morning like before our conversation. Like that's a daily practice I really try to get into, and it's something that seems so simple, like even 10 minutes, but when you do it, you're like, bro, no one can sit with their own thoughts for 10 minutes. Like you
nah, because
really
we
do have.
always like, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Like it doesn't matter who you are, where you are. Tell me right now that you can sit, not you, but anyone listening, like 95% of people couldn't sit still in silence and count their breaths for 10 minutes.
Mm-mm. I I
That's so
meditate
wild
every
to
now
me.
and
Like we think
then.
about anxiety and depression. It's like, do that. Like that helped me out of some dark ass places, you know? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, nah, same. I meditate every now and then, but what I can say, I mean, I'm still taking time to like master that shit too. Um, every time I start it, I know it'll get better the more I do it. But the first 10, 15 minutes usually be the most hardest. Once I get over the hurdle of like not think about nothing, because that first 20 minutes is hard.
but
Even when
that's
it
the
gets
like
blank.
that's the walking on stage
Yeah,
versus
that's
being on stage, you know? Because, like, when
you
you're
like, oh,
walking
that
on
toilet
stage,
tissue on the
bro,
floor.
like, I know, or you'll be like shitting bricks. You'll be like, why the fuck am I even doing this? Why did I even agree to
Yeah,
this?
you start
Like,
saying all that shit the first 20
yeah.
minutes when you try
And,
not to think of nothing. Like,
and then you walk out on stage and you're like, you're good because all the years of practice and experience
yeah,
kick in. It's so funny, you know?
yeah, hell yeah.
It's like working out. I think about that a lot. Like,
Oh, the
when I
repetition.
when I go
Yeah.
for a run, the first mile is the hardest. Like that's
Oh
the
yeah.
hardest when you run. And I think that's it. Like if you can get past 2 years of following your shit, like
Hmm.
you're better than most people. Like 2 years in the grand scheme of things, not that long. And like if
Right,
you can prove to yourself that you can follow your shit for 2 years and still do it, then keep going. Like
right. Definitely. You already proved it. You already passed the hardest part.
like what your I was looking back, your first like project on Apple Music was like 2012.
Oh yeah, the Genesis.
Yeah, that's 10 years. Like that's
Yeah, yeah. I be
like that's
forgetting.
like you made it through the first mile of the run. Like you're marathoning it right now, you know?
Yeah, I put my decade in. I got my first 10 chicken pieces. Chicken nuggets like that.
They say
Uh,
it takes 10 years. Like in comedy, they say it takes 10 years to like learn how to do it, and then you can start doing it.
mm, shit, I understand it, and that's something that ain't even rap.
Yeah.
I mean, one is like, okay, talent, okay. Then how do I even supposed to like maneuver with the talent? Then you then you know, oh well, you need videos, you need promo, you need all these. It's just like the list. It's like the portal of any enthusiast stepping into something where it's just portals and portals and portals and stuff, and you gotta kind of
Yeah.
fit where you know.
It's like a dark cave. The farther you get in, the larger it gets. You know, like the
Yeah,
more you realize like what you have to do.
right. It's just like mechanical. It's just like
Exactly. Where did you grow up?
I grew up out DC. I grew up out Virginia and Maryland, but I definitely grew up in like DC longer as far as like going to elementary school, middle school, and high school. But like Virginia and Maryland, I transferred at times, but I might not stay like a long period of time. So it was like back and forth thing. But majority was like in DC.
So you were
So
like in the city.
yeah. So my parents, they were from up north, New York. They moved down here. A lot of them was like in Virginia and in Maryland. And then I think my parents, I was so young. I don't know if they went to DC first or like once I got to like, up in age, probably like before like elementary school, they bought a house up northwest, and they was buying property over time. So they held on the house. I think that's probably why we end up like back in the same house. And now that I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it, we will end up back in like these two houses. And I'm
Every
like, oh,
time.
these motherfuckers own these houses. This is why we keep moving back to this
You're
shit.
like, why do we it's like a dream? Like I
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So yeah, I've been around this junk for sure.
What
Like,
made you move rural?
huh?
What made you move rural? Like get away from the city?
Um, I was working a job, fractured my hand, got put out, and I had no choice, and I went out to the country with my peoples. So
Damn, you fractured your hand?
yeah, skateboarding. Yeah, I was
Damn.
working at FedEx. This was some little bullshit job just so I could like make rent ends meet at the time because at the time I wanted to just do whatever I wanted to do. You know how life should be.
Yeah, exactly.
Went to the skate park with my friend because I used to skate years ago and shit. But then I took a long break, and then maybe every now and then, if I get the motivation, I go out there. But I still get like a little discouraged because it's like I can't do half of the shit I was doing. You know, so going off this rant, keep forgetting how much feet I'm in the sky. So I'm basically upside down, and then when I lose a trick, I'm trying to catch myself with one hand. So it's like that impact of trying to catch yourself upside down with one hand. I'm not realizing, no, this is 150 pounds on my hand. Like, so then I go back, try the trick again, because you know how it is. You're not gonna
So
stop
you were
till you get it
crazy
right.
with it. You were doing like real tricks and shit.
I mean, a little something. It was like a ramp. You come down the ramp and you jump off it. So you could just do what you want to do: a grab, a flip, kick
See,
flip.
skateboarding is so like scary to me, bro. Like,
Nah, that jump wicked. I went up the set when I went up the first time. I heard the pop, but I ain't feel nothing because your adrenaline and stuff. So I was like, no, I'm about to go try it again. Did it
oh
again,
no.
and I landed the
Yeah.
same exact way. Like, and then I thought in my head, I'm like, okay, I heard some pop in the wrist the first one. It's like even though I don't feel no pain, okay, I went and did this again, the same. I was like, yeah, let me just. So then I wake up and the next day my whole hand, I can't do nothing, like swollen, stiff. I'm like, oh yeah, I messed something up. And then I went to the doctor. They was like, yeah, you tore. I don't know the name of it. After they do X-rays,
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
okay, you tore something in the middle. So there's like, honestly, you might not want us to dig up in there because it ain't either it'll be worse or it's just like we just wasting time tearing up tissues in you. So there's like, it's up to you. And I was like, I mean, after you telling me something like that, I already don't like surgery. I already had 2 surgeries.
Yeah.
So it was like, I'll just live with this pain. It was like, I already got other war scars and like nagging injuries when it's rainy season, the metal in my foot and the shit like that. Like, it's like, I'll just deal with the shit.
Is
And
your
it ain't
hand
really
okay
hurt.
now? Or
Uh,
can you
it's all right now, but I noticed, I don't know if because it's been raining lately or this is probably the growing pains of this injury now that it's been 2 years later, but the thumb and the wrist, like fatigueness or pain.
I thought that was
You know,
just like, yeah, I do. I just thought that rain shit. Honestly, I didn't think that was real. I thought it was
no, that
like
shit
some
real.
like an old dude sitting on the couch and like, yeah, it's raining, my hip hurts. I didn't know
I
that.
don't know if it's the metal in the metal pin or it's the joints that got the injury or something. Like,
But it's something, the humidity in the air or something, like the water
yeah,
in the air.
yeah. So I don't know if it's I don't know if it's the metal or the actual joints that's in your body that's giving you the sign like, oh, it's wear and tear over here, bro.
Yeah.
So we gonna throw some little pain and stiffness over here.
See, that's the that goes back to the meditation shit. People don't even realize that shit. They
Right,
don't sit and realize that they can tell the fucking weather.
right. Oh man.
Nah, that's the skateboarding. I only tried one time. This like I had a friend and she was like this 90-pound chick, and like she was like, no, like I'm gonna teach you how to skateboard. And I got on the skateboard and almost fell off, and I was like, nope, fuck that. Like I'm not doing that. And she was like, you're such a pussy, bro. And
Oh man.
I'm 6'3", like 260. Like I'm a big dude. Like
You gonna fall hard.
yeah, bro. That's why I fucked up my arm when I was microdosing. My whole arm, it literally will be scarred forever now.
Mm. Yeah, no, you gonna feel it now. How old are you?
25.
25? Oh, you straight. 28 and up is when you gonna start. Anything that's a little fucked up, you gonna start feeling like
What was the
you
worst
try
injury you got? Support for Bucked Up is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below the waist grooming. Let me say, they sent me the precision package, and life is so much better with aerodynamic balls. It includes the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant, the Lawnmower 4.0 Trimmer, the Weed Whacker Ear and Nose Hair Trimmer, the Crop Reviver Toner, the Performance Boxer Briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. Join over 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with code BUCKEDUP at manscaped.com. That's right, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with code BUCKEDUP at manscaped.com. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof and also has a 4,000 watt LED spotlight that you need for a more precise shave. Because this trimmer is waterproof, you can say goodbye to the mess on your bathroom floor. Get 20% off and free worldwide shipping on manscaped.com when you use code BUCKEDUP. Again, that's 20% off and free worldwide shipping when you use code BUCKEDUP. Let's get back into it.
Worse. Shit. 'Cause I had some freak accidents. I didn't tear too many things, but I definitely injured a few things. It might have been, even though I was able to pop it back into place and keep on playing the game and it was back normal. I think the worst, weirdest one was hyperextending my knee because I was coming down
You
from a
popped
dunk.
it back into place
Yeah.
and kept playing?
My friends like, man,
You
hurry
need
up
to
with it.
learn that when you get hurt, you just stop. Don't go for the second.
Yeah,
Don't go for the
I'm
second
learning
try.
late now. Yeah, that joint went like, you see how like that do this? So
Yeah.
imagine you come down from a dunk and then the momentum, now you come down. I don't know why I always make myself come down backwards, and I need to teach my landing mechanics a different maneuver now because
Oh,
I've
you
seen,
come back down on your heels.
yeah, backwards. So the knee went, instead of, you know what I'm saying, it went the opposite, and everybody seeing it, it's like, ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
was like, and then I like, they like, then pop that joint back in place, walk around, do some jogging or something, man.
And
And
they
then we just
let you back into the game?
yeah,
Bro,
and then we just kept
that's
playing.
wild,
I
bro.
just played like real like cautious, like one of the star players after like an ACL injury or something. you know how they stop like cutting fast or like them
Yeah.
quick shifty moves. I kind of like start playing like I was like the veteran where he played very like planet like do like
Well, you're
flashy
like the
layups.
last two seasons where you just want
Yeah.
you still want the ring, but you're not trying to put in the
Yeah, your
fucking
body just like not like you not athletic, your athleticism gone. Like
yeah.
yeah, it's like all floaters and like yeah.
Does that ever affect you on stage? Because I feel like like
Shit, I don't even think because adrenaline be going. I don't know.
yeah.
Oh, now we talking about that. The last, now the top show before that. That's why I had the cast on my hand. Remember the first one? Did you go to the first
I
one?
didn't go to that
Oh,
one.
you ain't go to that one.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that
go to
first
that
one. I
one.
went to the show with the whole wrist joint on.
And still performed like that?
Yeah, I was at that because it's my hand, so it ain't really affecting me. I feel
Yeah.
like anything mobility wise that you gotta use your legs and your back and your waist, that's where it's gonna be noticeable at, depending on how bad it,
Well, I mean, you're probably jumping around on stage. That's why I was wondering about your knee being all fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, I could jump around stage. I'm still my right knee make a little noises, but I'm still like moving. I can move around better than somebody that tore the ACL type
Well,
shit.
we were talking about taking care of yourself and shit. Like that's
Oh
real.
yeah,
That's real
well yeah,
important.
I got to slow it down because I
No,
am the
no,
type.
no. I'm not talking about that. I mean, like if
Mhm.
you're thinking about energy and how the energy you put into your body, of course you're now gonna like move better, and
Yeah,
like
yeah, you
you
gotta
know your
think,
body's gonna heal better
calculate it.
than someone who's not doing that. Like not
Right,
thinking
right,
about like, oh, I'm not gonna be putting this meat like eat meat right before bed and shit.
right. Oh nah, yeah, definitely that. That's not a good look if I go on stage and tear my meniscus in my left knee, right?
No, that would not be a good look at all. That would not be a good look at
Like his
all.
body falling apart. How you do that on just on some rap performance shit? Like,
Yeah. It was like when did you start like taking care of like thinking about like mind, body, soul shit? Were you always like that? Did you
nah, that's some late age shit. They don't be teaching. You know, they don't be teaching us that shit. That shit ain't hits probably about roughly 5 to 4 years ago type shit. You know what I'm saying? Digging into books and shit like that, or just it was like it seemed like a whole movement of people. It been going on too these past like people trying to get in shape, watching they eat and all that, and then like certain books that I read that had nothing to do with food, but it was like on some like discipline and way of life shit, Taoism and stuff like that. And they
which
was
books? Because I read a lot of those same, I've had
okay.
I know what you mean.
So this book I got called uh Bedroom Secrets, and it's a part of Taoism. So it just broke down how the trainer was teaching the fighters how to like, I don't even know why I brought this kind of like, this book. Yeah.
You said
So
bedroom secrets. I was
yeah,
like, what?
yeah,
I
the
think I
jump,
know what this is gonna be about.
yeah, right. So he teaching his student like they after they train and fighting and all that, drunk fists off, they go to the joint with the girls, and then he had him practice, love making, and he sit there instructing him, telling him what and what not to do, because it was a part of the way of Taoism with the fighting as well, and it'll make him more on point. So you
I
know
don't
how
think
we
I could
all
fuck with a coach in the room. I'm not gonna
right,
lie.
right. That was kind of
I
wild.
don't know,
So
bro. I don't think
right,
I
that's
could.
wild, right? So he teaching them how like women like foreplay, women don't like when you just rushing in and stuff. So like, no,
Yeah.
sit here and try to master intimacy as far as just touch. Sit here, try to master kissing her for an hour long. Sit here, try like he trying to teach him all the mechanics of like any other
Not
fundamental.
100%.
Yeah, then like it break down body type, uh, how much intake of what you supposed to be doing. So like we in a society where they ain't really promoting these things, and they promote porn and all this other stuff. So when I read, this book, not only just seeing how them people over there live discipline, they're futuristic, they all that shit over there. Like they kids not on TikTok copying shit, and they on there inventing shit, putting on there type shit. And they're going there and know 5 different fighting styles at the age of 8 type shit. So the joint tell you age brackets, and it'll be like 18 to 50. And the joint be like, okay, you can't be out here busting 3 joints in 1 week and not giving your body a grace period at the age of 27.
Yo, actually, now that you say that shit I've been thinking about that shit.
Yeah,
deep, bro.
Your whole be like we don't be knowing. Some people don't believe it, but like your energy, all that shit, like fighters and athletes, the one that bust nut and something before that fight or that game, he gonna be weaker than the other trained fighter that, or whoever that was training just as amount of same time as him, but he ain't shoot out. You know what I'm saying? Because when you shoot out, when you shoot one out, that's like a few meals, like all types of shit. Like
I totally, bro. Well, even on a bigger level, like, man, I don't know. I was fucking a lot. I was just fucking a lot. And I was like, damn, I could spend this time doing so much shit, like money-wise, like saving money, like on meals and shit, like time,
you
like
can't even think properly because you just shot so many
and then
joints.
You ever have a problem for like a day? Like for for a whole day, I thought I was a father. Like this chick said she was pregnant, and it turned out it wasn't mine. Like thank God.
You got lucky.
But I got lucky. But for that day, I was like, I just saw everything go away, just everything disappear, like my podcast, my comedy, and then I was like, I gotta take a break. Like this is not like I almost became a dad, bro.
You almost became a dad because you was just like moving too
imagine like I'm not in the
like,
kid's life. He's just watching my podcast to learn about me. Like he's not gonna want to.
Right, type shit. Like
he's gonna
see if you hold off and retain a little bit and stop shitting out so many globs, you probably be more mindful. Okay, I ain't gonna. Okay, this the girl. I don't mind if I slip. I would want this woman to be the woman of my, mother of my child.
Yeah, see, I needed to hear that combo. I thought you were gonna talk about books like The Alchemist or Be Here Now and shit, but like
I know that book was kind of, but I had to throw it out there.
I'm glad you need that information because, no one teaches you like in the American way. No one teaches you how to optimize your time. They give you like free time. Like you can do anything with your time, but no one tells you what to do. Like I had to delete my TikTok. I'll spend 2 hours on TikTok watching chicks like shake their ass and shit. It's like I could have read. Like no one tells you. Like reading a book for 2 hours, that'll change your fucking life. Like honestly, I know it sounds dumb or whatever, but it's true. Versus like, bro, like I get the reports on my iPhone. It's like you've been on your phone an average of like 8 hours a day. It's like what the
hell? My phone do the same, bro. I did that junk. I started doing the stuff in that book. It was exercise in the book and all that. Wearing my girl out. She like, what is it? I was like, the book. And then I was doing and then like
he's writing thank you letters to the author.
Yeah, because the book get you so right. It's like you ain't even tripping to let nothing off. You practicing so much on like you could go do it and all that, but just don't let the glob out type shit. So you getting like Super Saiyan, you know what I'm saying? Like your skin there, all that. Like so I would just be dogging her like hours, all that, and I'll be good.
It's like moisturizing the inside.
And then like reading that joint had me just thinking different. I started moving different and stuff because I wasn't like always trying to shoot.
Because think about how many hours does it take to read a book? Honestly, probably 6, like 6 to 8 hours, like in total.
That's a thick book. Damn, we really talking about this shit. This shit got me.
Yo, that's what I. All right, so it's a pretty, but still, like, all right, maybe 20 hours, anything. Like, if you're on your phone 8 hours a day, That's 2 days. That's 16 hours. Like, honestly, think about what you can do with 16 hours. Like, I think about that. Like,
Oh yeah, nah. With this pandemic stuff started out, start paying attention to phone screen times. No, now you
Like
right.
I got a
Like,
I got a PS5, bro, and I just want to play that all the time. But then I'm like, damn, I just put a fucking 100 hours into this game. What the fuck am I doing? You
right,
know,
did this
like
teach me a new skill to make me more effective in what I want out of life, or you start questioning those type of things.
yeah.
Uh,
People think I'm a comedian. Like I don't people think I'm gonna give serious rap interviews. No one wants to hear my
right.
opinion
So
on
what got
music,
you to
bro.
start rapping? So
Yo,
who's the
literally.
person, your favorite artist that got you in the game? I'm like, if somebody asks me this question one more motherfucking time, I'm gonna fuck somebody up.
Literally, the things I want, I never prepare shit to talk about, but the only things I wrote down were aliens, psychedelics, and cyberpunk 2077.
Now those are good joints. Those are
That
good
was a
joints.
good. I'm
'Cause
playing it right
you
now.
did your homework.
I told you I got my PS5. I just beat that game Horizon when you're fighting like dinosaurs with the bow and arrow and shit.
Oh shit, I need to check that out.
I didn't know if you were a big gamer because you had like a couple references to that game.
Yeah, nah, I play the fuck out of it. I got Cyberpunk. I play the fighting games. I play the racing games. Um I like all the RPG open world games.
See, that's
Um,
what I play too. You should play Horizon. That shit's fire.
I wasn't even hip. I'll get that joint. Yeah, I like games. That play a big role with people growing up too. Like um you see how it evolved, and then you see how like just like how you collect rare old items and whatever that was built with masterpiece type shit. Um, like even like the old car shit, the old games. I bought a PS2 not too long ago. Them shits is up in price in certain like games that we thought wasn't like what I'm saying, because we just 5 years old. We
Yeah, and
asked
you
mom,
throw it out or give it to a
yeah,
friend. It's like that
or we
shit's worth
get
$160 now.
now type shit for real. Like I'm looking up shit. Some shit I might get for $10. I looked up Jet Li and shit. Got that junk for $10. Amazing game. I don't even know why it's $10. Then the next thing if you look up Def Jam Fight for New York, NBA Volume 2 Street, or Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, shit, Scarface, shit like that, them prices is not no $10. They
Yeah.
might not be $50. Them motherfuckers might be 200, 300, 400 out, no case. Or it'd be like just the case, $250. I'm
Wild.
like, so
Do
I'm
you
gonna come
think
back to this. I'm ready to buy this game.
do you think video games are positive or negative talking about shit? Cause like I think it's cool to go into another world like that, but then I'm like,
Hmm.
damn, I just put so much time into that shit.
Yeah. I don't really know what to say because I like it. Like I
That's
want to
what
see
I mean. That's what
like I
I'm
want
saying.
to
I'm
see
not, there's no right or wrong answer.
yeah.
Like,
It been a time I took a break from games for years. I ain't get back. I always kept a system around, but I ain't really go back into the shit heavy till probably like 2, 3 years ago, as far as like trying to stay updated on what's going to be free or on the discount in the game store on the
mm,
system, and looking up YouTube videos over the releases of the next year, top like all that type of shit. But like you learn shit from it, you know what I'm saying? Just like anything else, and just like anything else, too much of something might not be good for you unless it's like learning new information or skills to utilize. There ain't too much of that to be bad for you. That's just gonna be helpful for you. But we talking about
yeah,
like that's like, so a game, for instance, too much, if you got to get some shit done, it's like you really hurting yourself, because it's like you could have got some shit. You gotta know when to like, okay, I'm gonna get a few hours in with this joint, or like this week
yeah.
about to protect it. I don't need to touch that shit to the weekend type shit. Cause
You
I'm
got to
coming
be good with
out.
your time. Yeah,
You
exactly.
gotta be good with your time. The kids now, I would make an opinion, but at the same time, I was a kid years ago. So it's like these kids ain't really they're experiencing something else that I can't really relate to, but I can give insight on. Like all I know is these kids, they already couldn't go to public schools for a minute. So they already gonna get isolated. They already gonna fuck their social skills gonna be all the fuck. They're gonna be in a room looking at on the game with their friends, hearing all types of weird shit because you don't know who you playing with. So they talking crazy out there, man. So you ain't got control over that because I mean TikTok gonna show a girl shaking her ass, so it's just as bad. But at
Yeah.
least the game in TikTok, sometimes it might show them teaching somebody how to make something, chopping it up in the and then the games make you read, make you interact, make you like put the puzzles together on some like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like just how with me comedy and with you music, you saw an art form and you wanted to be a part of it. Like kids might
Right.
want to see that too. They're like, "Oh, I want to write stories like this, or I want to create like art like this as a
Inspiring.
video game." Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I really don't want to say too much bad of it.
You see
Some
Nope? We'll talk. You see Nope yet? That new Jordan
nice.
Peele movie?
Oh, you said the journey. I see somebody say something on Twitter. It's like, look like you got out the car on some like beginning of Nope movie type shit. I'm like, I didn't even see Nope.
I was just wondering about because I wanted to talk about aliens. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about.
Oh,
The whole
okay.
movie's about aliens. I just didn't know what your take was
That's
from
in the
that
movie
movie or what you
theater.
are. What?
That's in the movie theater or on streaming.
In movie theaters right now.
I need to probably go see that. That John
Yeah,
Fire.
it is fire. Yeah, I liked it a lot, and
Okay.
like it was like a new take on aliens that I'd never seen before.
Mm, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go
I
see
don't want
that.
to like spoil it, you know what I mean? Like I'd tell you, but it's like I feel like people are would be mad listening, be like, don't fucking spoil anything. Get mad about
Yeah.
me talking about it.
Yeah, nah, don't tell me no yeah, I wanna see for myself. Yeah, aliens, I
You think
always
we've had contact yet? Today's episode is sponsored by Om with Emily. Emily is a meditation and yoga teacher as well as an astrology and tarot reader. She uses yoga and spirituality to help others reconnect with their true self. She offers in-person and virtual one-on-one sessions for all experience levels. Find her online at omwithemily.com. That's OM-WITH-EMILY.com or on IG at om.with.emily. DM her on IG and mention Bucked Up and she'll send you a free guided meditation. That's right, mention Bucked Up and she'll send you a free guided meditation. You can find her on IG at om.with.emily. Let's get back into it.
I believe everything. Well, not the propaganda put out. I pick, you know, we just like what we study. You gotta pick everybody philosophy, religion, and all that. But I think when stuff is like Looney Tune propaganda to the public, those are things that I don't believe. Now,
What do
when
you
you
mean by Looney Tune propaganda?
like, they'll like put shit out there purposely where like you can't question it if it's real or fake, and it make it like Looney Toony. Like
mm,
whoever made the editorial for it, that was their purpose to make it look literally like that. Where you like this fake
yeah.
ass, or this is Looney Tune ass shit, or this is definitely a video edit type
Yeah,
thing.
like
You know what
definitely
I'm saying?
fake to make it like you question it already.
Yeah. So like, through history, you already see that it's said in things and shown interactions or things built. So that was enough for me already. You know what I'm saying? Then like, ain't no way in hell this
Like the
claim
pyramids and shit.
the pyramids, the Mayan Yucatan, all that. You know what I'm saying? Aztec. Um, so like, of course, anybody that like to question everything, I'm one of the people who anti everything. So it's like, ain't no way in hell this only planet. Wait, what? You know what I'm saying? Then that make me question, okay, y'all don't even know it's all in the water because the water surround the motherfucker where we live on. So it's probably shit out. It's probably a world underneath this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So the
You wait, do you think there is some like
you
Atlantis
never
style city?
you never know. That's what because I ain't know about dimensions and shit till you start reading. It's like different layers of dimension. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you don't see or understand shit unless you're like in the dimension of like some of the pictures that we might think it looked like might be fake or like they say it was a I don't know what movie it was. He said it was some secret shit. They said everything is similar to us as far as looking, if it's physically, you know what I'm saying? So like how we shape like a 5-point star, legs, arms, head, it's the
Yeah.
same thing with them. They just look weird because it's like wherever they live at, the body kind of mutate, evolving, whatever atmosphere is it live on to be able to live around it. So then like that was some shit, you know, some back in the day, Area 51 type shit. They was doing autopsies and shit like that. But um it ain't just that. Just like how as we learn shit, it's so many portals and shit. It's not just ones that look like the pictures we see. It might be shit that look just like you. You know what I'm saying? It might not even just be aliens. It might be motherfuckers just like you on a higher frequency dimension and just won't come in contact with you because they so sensitive and can feel energy how we feel vibes when it's no longer we should be around this person no more because it just feel like it's I don't feel nothing when I leave around or get off the phone with this person. Like this shit is dead. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Or like, let me get away from it. It look like somebody they about to get in some shit over there. I can just feel it. So it's like with somebody that's on such a high frequency building shit, phenomenon, and all that type shit. It's like they probably sensitive to feel, so you ain't even really had no interaction because when they fly past the motherfucker, they like, y'all motherfuckers out here be tripping y'all over greed and confusion. And if I talk to you, you gonna fucking try to just take my shit and then kill me, then do the wrong shit with this to them. Like,
Yeah,
type
that's why it's
shit.
so weird to see people
Mhm.
like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos be super public with it because usually those people are private as hell. Like they don't
Type
also
shit.
want to be like in the public eye. It's why do you
Yeah,
want public scrutiny when we know you are doing like
they out there though. Like, you don't know if it's an alien or a human. But it's somebody in the motherfuckers, and it's definitely some shit way past our brain because it's like how the shit moves and shit. Like if we inside that shit,
I'm not
our,
saying this dude's an alien at all. I don't want people to take what I'm saying wrong.
hmm.
But you know
Oh,
the producer.
you think Elon Musk might be
No,
an
no, I'm
alien?
not saying that. You know who Me Fucks is? The producer Me Fucks,
Nah.
of Lord Mob. He does all like Flea Lord stuff. He just did an album with Rock Marcy and TF. Dope producer, amazing producer. But he also created like all the stuff, all the codes we use to like protect our nuclear weapons. And he was like, he's done. And when you talk to him, like he's on this higher frequency, bro. He's a producer in our scene. Like he's the head of Lord Bob with Flea Lord,
Whole
but
time he a fucking
he's also this like genius coder who was the fucking CTO of Capital One Bank. Like he was the fourth in charge of the fourth biggest bank, did like coding for like to protect nuclear weapons, and he like makes songs for fucking like Ito and shit. And
crazy.
crazy, but he's on that higher frequency. And that's why I said I don't want you to think I'm saying he's an alien, people listening, but he's definitely on a higher frequency of like to be able to understand and maneuver that shit. Like there's a reason I'm not computer coding for like fucking
Right,
nuclear shit. Like I can't, my mind doesn't work like that.
right.
I'm
And
telling
then
fucking dick jokes on stage. Like
they go.
that's the frequency I'm
He
on.
said that's the freaking. Oh man, hey, you crazy, bro. Man say he decoding nuclear warheads.
Yeah, bro, isn't that crazy though?
Yeah, he got big responsibility.
And he still wants to make music.
Music. I mean, he probably needs something to take after doing that all day, knowing that you in charge of like shit that like obliterates shit. Like,
Yeah.
and so it's like, okay, now I ain't got time to be all serious and like agile and like very like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I definitely understand shit.
Well, I mean, you probably have that voice in your head because I do, where it's like I know what I'm supposed to do. Like I know I'm on a path, and no matter what, I'm not gonna get knocked off.
Oh no, yeah, exactly.
Did you
Exactly.
always have that voice, or was there a moment in your life where that came? Like, do you remember a moment where you're like, "No, I'm serious now"?
Um, yeah, once I took I mean, anything I've kind of dive into, I'm passionate about, but definitely like when the music thing, when I got in my 20s, early 20s, then I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I can't even be playing around with this shit for real. Like,
Was there like a
but
moment?
it pretty, um, shit, it's hard to remember. It'd be so many moments,
Yeah,
pivotal shit, but really just. Cause some of the shit be still happening where I be like, gotta go back to reflect. Like, no, bro, like it could have been anybody, but it was you. So you had to like really pay attention to what just happened and like see how you about to move forward from this. So like opening up for big artists or meeting and collaborations, people that not easily to get in contact with. Not even just artists, all types of individuals. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Was like patient of like, okay, no, it's something about you. You know what I'm saying? Um, what how people feel from what I make and how they tell me what it did, those type of things as well. Cause like I'm a human, I still make mistakes and shit like that too. So all I really do is really try to like shit out shit that I seen and felt and did and been through because I know it's like, okay, it's your duty to be the voice for, what I'm saying, type shit. So like when somebody tell me how they felt from something I created, then I'm like, all right, bet, okay. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah,
most the most heartfelt shit that was made usually stand out the most, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's a project, a particular song or video or, pictures, because a lot of things speak a lot of words without saying words and shit as well.
yeah.
But yeah, that's the only thing I can really say. I mean, once my bad for rambling, but now that I'm thinking about it, pretty much my first project, Genesis, in 2011, when I put that out, I didn't know the feedback I was going to get. You know what I'm saying? The feedback was crazy. That was my first project. I ain't even know how to like market anything or none of that. We just put it out. And then they was fucking with that junk shit. And like certain artists and shit from the area that was like, they even was like posting and shit like that and pulled up to their shows, linking up. I'm like, damn. I'm like, so I guess I do supposed to be doing this rap shit then.
And you
You know,
didn't expect anything from that.
expect shit. I'm like, who the fuck about listening to shit? I'm not like,
Why'd you put it out then?
um, I mean, my ex-girlfriend and my friend that was managing me at the time, those are the people kind of like putting the battery in my back. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was like, all right, fuck it, let's just see what the fuck it's gonna do. Cause I'm one of them people I don't be caring about if people see it or not, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
As far as like clout goes, even though you know that we in a time where numbers clout, um, you got people that don't give a fuck, and you got people that's made it so crucial to the point it's like motherfuckers is clout chasing. Motherfucker might not even acknowledge you until they feel like you got the clout on, following and
Yeah,
view and all that type of shit. But I'm one of them people where like I know when you climbing up in a thing, I guess it's necessary if you want to like collaborations with like brands and shit like that, because that's what type of time they on. But it's like even no matter how big I get, I still won't give a fuck if like shit get 100 views or some shit like that, because that's not what I made it.
yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
still got other lifestyles. I'm not just a rapper. I'm into other things. I'm just trying to show them what I feel good about to show them. You know what I'm saying? And it inspire them to do something probably bigger than what I did, or like you know what I'm saying, or to just make somebody get up off their ass that been sitting around forever, and then they heard something I said or what I did to make them be like, oh shit, nah, I'm about to turn up. You know what I'm saying? That's what mattered to me. You know what I'm saying? So
What's your proudest moment, do you feel? Like in your like in your life?
in my life,
Yeah, like not clout chasey shit, but like is there something you're like, "Oh damn, I didn't."
shit, damn, that's a hell of a question. Mm. The most proudest thing, or just any proud thing.
I mean, it's up to you. If you have a bunch, you can just say one, but I just didn't know if there was something like
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, shit.
because like the reason I ask is like so you didn't even think people were gonna listen to your music when you
Hmm.
first released it, and you're now where you are at now and who you are as a person. Like you probably didn't even expect that to happen. Like
Oh, no, I didn't
that
expect
person probably is looking at you, or you're looking back at that person like, oh, I thought I was on a completely different trajectory.
type shit. Yeah. Oh no, I'm definitely from that aspect. Yeah, definitely proud of who the person is now and everything that worked up to that and what it's becoming and what to look forward to. But yeah, I'm definitely proud that I didn't give up 10, 11, 12 years later. You know what I'm saying? Because usually, sometimes I might say fuck it to shit too. Because you like, well, this shit ain't working. You better go do, you know what I'm saying? Go do some other,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, like, now that I think about it and reflect, yeah, shit, definitely proud about that. And I can show shit for it. You know what I'm saying? Not to say like that, but it's like, no, he actually did this. You can see, like, if
And
you
you
go
didn't
this,
just do it for the numbers or for the views, like you did it for you.
right, right. And then it's like he did get, certain shit as time progressed, he did get better and shit like that. And he did branch out to do other shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just be the same old, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not anybody, everybody pick how they want their shit to be. But yeah, definitely that.
What do you have? Do you have like do you have anything coming? Like this is I hate the wrapping up part because now I feel like I have to ask like a real like
Rapper question.
the real fucking question, you know what I mean? But it's like, do you have anything you want to promote like before the end other than supply and demand?
um, for now, I did put out a video today, a little snippet of
Oh
Honey.
yeah, you did drop a video today.
Yeah, I'll be random as hell. Um, that I'm gonna drop a video tomorrow, and I'm gonna drop
Damn, really? Back to back videos.
it. I might drop a video Friday, or I might make the Monday because I probably did too much with this internet shit. You probably gotta wait, but
No, I do two episodes a week for the I don't care. Like I'll just
you
put it
just
up.
throw
It
it.
doesn't
Throw
matter.
it.
Yeah,
At this point,
exactly.
it's like fuck it. If you ain't got no machine behind you, it's like you gotta just put the work out and just
Yeah.
do whatever. Yeah, for real, for real. But
Yeah, I
that,
remember subscribing to the fucking the like the Shop Records Bandcamp back in the like
mm,
back where like you had to only pay to like listen to the you got
the,
music and shit.
damn,
I
yeah,
understand the grind. Yeah.
yeah. The grind is like you gotta fall, and I'm noticing now you gotta fall in love with working. That's the only part that you should be focusing on and falling in love with, because I always want the best things and all. I feel like everybody feel like that, or you feel left out on the list, or a write up editorial, or different shit. Time and play factor. So whoever getting whatever they getting, that's their time. You know what I'm saying? Don't. I feel like the internet and different things kind of like got that in our psyche, and like
Yeah.
wherever we live at. It only started. That should be starting from home and in the community first. But it's like the phone should make it worse because people post, oh, we out traveling overseas, so it's like timing is one. So you can't even get discouraged on what somebody else got going on. And as long as you focus on working, no matter how long it take or years later, you still ain't see what you wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? Little steps be counting. People be just taking shit for granted. You gotta be grateful about them things, cause more blessings will come out of you just being grateful of every little thing. Cause like
Yeah,
it's
because the second you compare yourself, you're taking time away from your doing your thing.
shit, it kill your whole joy. Cause now you looking like, damn, my shit ain't. So shit like that, and then like when you working, you only get better. You know what I'm saying? You can't get worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you will probably find new other things to do on top of what you start to get the hang of. So now you're able to like navigate other shit. And then it's like you will never get caught up in that shit because you focus on working. So people will see what's going on some like currency 2003 creative control days when they had all them in the DVDs.
Yeah.
You might see Charlie, Wiz, Big Sean, Currency, everybody, Most Def, but it's like you see him just drop. We didn't really see him like he's probably the person you probably look up to the most because it's like you seen generations change in his grind work ethic and the shit that he didn't even have that he probably was rapping about back then. He ended up getting shit, and then the shit that he did have before pop even showed that
And he
like
still puts out like fucking 10
the guy
projects in
doing
a
this shit.
year. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't,
And
yeah.
I'm a car dude, so I always was clinked on his aesthetic because it was like I felt we was the same person. You know what I'm saying? He naming shit that 1934. You know, fucking ain't even touch motherfucking pavement yet. Smell like, you know what I'm saying? The interior still smell like an old ass car type shit. So it was like seeing the growth in that, you know what I'm saying? And then he's like one of the biggest persons you could use for that, definition because he just focused on working. He don't Grammys and all that. It's like the shit don't matter now because one, he not like pop mainstream where you can't even go outside and fucking have a juice. He at a point where it's like if you know who Currency is, then and he got enough fans where it's like I can live off like I can make merch. I could direct some. I could just be somebody just on some shit.
Yeah.
I could get a bag off that, and it's only gonna help my brand at this fucking point
And
type
he
shit.
seems relaxed. Like he
And
seems like
it's not feel like I'm
you can
afraid to
see
time.
people who just look like they're like on the edge of their seat, like
They're
overworking
like,
themselves. They're like,
that's right.
I need to get to
I
the
just need to
next
put something
thing.
off to the people.
Yeah,
Right?
literally their teeth are grinded. Like Currency just seems like he's chill.
Ain't
Like he's
chilling.
enjoying it. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know him personally, so I don't know, but he just seems relaxed, which I think is at the end. Inner peace is I want
Yeah.
inner peace almost as much as I want to be recognized for my art.
Reckon.
Like it's right, it's right there. They're the same thing.
Yeah, and that would make me feel very like at peace with shit myself and everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? So like shit is always getting put together because I don't stop. I do take breaks here and there, but I'm at a point where it's like, okay, what else can I do? Or you know, what can I do to give back to? I need to plan something within that as well. Like, okay, plan something so when the time is right where you got the resources or the funds to do this, just to give back type shit and not even want nothing back. Like
Yeah.
plan something for that as well. But like I didn't. I remember I didn't know who to email to get record vinyls and placements or tape cassette labels or you know overseas labels and shit like. It was a time where I didn't even know how to. Or people just ignored me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to be grateful. Like okay, I might not be somebody that got the biggest followings online and shit like that, but it's like these people recognize me. Got an album coming out next month that was all produced with my homie Wi-Fi guy through Bad Taste Records. overseas label and shit, a whole full rollout, like email
And
telling me
that's dropping.
that's dropping probably October gonna be the official date, but I say the end of this month up to that, expect like, rollout shit. Like,
Oh, that's dope as hell. Congratulations.
thank you. And then Goodfellas Records, he believed in me. Like he'll sit there and tell me, like, yeah, don't even worry about all the other shit. It was like, I got you. Like, I believe in your shit. Like your old shit, like we pressing up your old shit 2 years ago type shit. Like I'm fucking with
Wow.
you. You know what I'm saying? So like that made me feel more like I could move, you know what I'm saying, and apply pressure at the same time. But it's like I ain't got to rush all the time, like shoving music people down their throat because the music gonna come. I feel like at this point, like, because everybody know their strengths with and weaknesses with this shit too. So like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna let them motherfuckers handle the shit that I don't even be knowing how the fuck to do, where I still need to be working on. And I'm gonna just focus on like the craft and shit. Cause I don't have to try to be nothing. It's just I don't capture things as far as like what I think I was missing, where I'm trying to get back to. Um, Documentaries, montages, videos that ain't even saying nothing, just showing what we're doing. Those where I'm about to narrow down more into because I have already a catalog of music. So it's like I need to just be showing and talking like really they didn't really get a chance to see how we talking now. I wasn't talking like this years ago. I wasn't even doing interviews. This
Exactly, yeah.
fluently talking and being comfortable, that type of shit. So like,
Because
how
that's
do you
what people really want to see. Like, people don't want to be like, who are the top 3 artists you want to work with? I don't know. Like, I just
right
don't. People want to see who you are as a
as
person
the person?
and
Yeah,
who, like, how the art was created. Because
how was it created? You know what I'm saying? That's now I need to start showing shit like that more often. Like, oh, he went to the event with his friends and they all built their own cars. They all went to track. Oh, he creating a song with such and such. They showed us what they sampled it from. They showed, oh, this, the knowledge of the song that was old as shit or something. The
yeah,
artistic side, the life side, bad times, the good, the person. You know what I'm saying? So then that probably make the engagement more. Cause we in the weird ass time, it's like you got. Cause in the chill time and shit, I ain't really got nothing to be putting out. So it's like, okay, the best thing I can do is shit, work on fucking documentaries or some shit, and then let that.
exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, you working on albums and all that shit. You could be just putting out like life shit where it's like you ain't out here a slave of content or trying showing that you're not
Or
even trying.
like draining your creative
Yeah,
brain.
you're
Like,
draining. Like,
yeah,
no,
exactly.
no, I'm gonna just drop endless albums on y'all. It's like, no, no. I
Which is
feel
also good. Like, you can go through periods of doing that, but I totally get what you mean.
yeah, because I'm at a point I want to do more than music too. Like I know I'm gonna use my muscle that I know I'm supposed to be using, but it's other shit I could be doing as well. You
Yeah.
know, yeah, you know how this shit is. We be like overly like on ourselves, but we like
Yeah,
you
it's
fighting
just
yourself at the top of the mountain type. The little
exactly. But that's what you have to do. Because I mean, like, that's what we're talking about. Like, you are the person who is control over your time. Like, if
yeah,
you don't do that, then I could just play video games all day or go on TikTok or just like waste my time. Oh,
wasting time.
I'll go, I don't know, smoke weed and waste a day. Like, or I can just do what I'm supposed to do, maybe be a little hard on myself, but afterwards I'm going to be happy that I got that shit done instead of like wasting away another fucking.
The whole day I could have just added something. I could have added something.
Exactly. Rome streets on this pod was like, do one thing for yourself every day. Like, do one thing
Like
for your
at least
career.
one.
Like, one thing for your career every day, whether it's send an email or fucking like anything, just one
Yeah,
thing. And it's
you
like, our
know what I'm saying? And then you don't know what come out of that. You get consistent with that and then see what happens versus somebody that ain't doing none of that. And then 4 months from now, a year from now, it's gonna be a difference between the two. Because the other one, he made sure at least I sent the email, at least I sent
and then
and then
they're gonna have a shittier time back then instead of just getting over the shittiness in the
right.
moment. Like, I would rather enjoy later than like enjoy now and be mad later.
Right, right. Because you want to get to a point where it's like I could chill now because I did all the groundwork shit, and that the money just accumulate now because now you got shit moving, everything
Exactly.
moving how you wanted to move. So that definitely makes sense.
Man, thank you so much for doing this. I'm excited to now meet you in person for the supply and demand show, but I'm happy we got
Hell
to
yeah.
do this. This was a really dope conversation.
Likewise, likewise. I appreciate you for real, for real. Definitely.
And what were you saying? Sorry.
I said this definitely was a good build.
Yeah, no, I love that. I just like just having a cool conversation with someone I enjoy, like enjoy your music, and I'm happy because we're now doing the show together. So it's gonna be an awesome time. That lineup's cool. I'll put the link below, everyone, to go to Supply and Demand.
Hell yeah. Yeah, come to that. Lot of stuff about to be dropping. Follow me at Godzilla Supreme on Instagram and Rahiem Supreme on everything else. And it's not Raheem, it's Rahiem Supreme.
Yeah, make sure to spell that right. It'll be in the description. I'll tag your Instagram and shit. I can't wait for that album that said's dropping with the
Oh,
Wi-Fi God.
that joint about to be, yeah.
And
It's
everyone
on
go check out videos. 3 videos will be out by the time this video's
by
out.
Saturday, right?
Yeah.
I just woke up this morning like, yeah, nah, I'm about to drop like 3 visuals the rest of this week. Like,
Man, have a good rest of your day. I really appreciate your time.
all right, man. You too. Thank you.
All right, peace.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, hey.